Hello everyone, and welcome to what could possibly be the last video in this series of my Interloper walkthrough for new players, your first 20 days. If you remember correctly, or if I remember correctly, because my memory is like a goldfish brain memory, but we were like on day 18-ish, so we're very close to finishing our 20 days. So I think what we need to do now is we need to figure out what to do next. Now, I already was thinking about what I would do next is to try to go and upgrade our equipment, and doing that would mean going to find the crampons at the summit or at Ash Canyon Mine, or to go get the backpack at the Ash Canyon Mine. We're probably going to strive to hitting the summit of Timberwolf Mountain and getting the loot there, and then we're probably going to consider also going to Ash Canyon and get the backpack. So me, is knowing where I'm at now, is probably where I would want to go right now. Is let's go ahead, think about heading over to the summit and get the backpack at Ash Canyon. There is a problem. We don't have a hacksaw. So we need a hacksaw to go to the summit to get the containers, to open the containers. We need a hacksaw. So what am I considered doing from here is to go to Pleasant Valley and see if we can get a hacksaw there. If we can't get a hacksaw there, we might have to head out to somewhere else to get it. You won't really find one in Ash Canyon, so I'm probably going to... The other option is to go to Coastal Highway and see if we can get a hacksaw there. If we can get a hacksaw there, we can go into Pleasant Valley and loot that, and then head over to there to the summit. So we have tons of options. I'm probably going to go for going right for Pleasant Valley. It's possible that we could find a hacksaw there to go to Timberwolf Mountain. I think also we have a very good chance of getting a hacksaw on Coastal Highway as well. But because we were already there, we didn't really check a lot of the places at Coastal. So there's a lot of things. We haven't even been to Quonset yet, which is probably where we would find a hacksaw. So we have decisions to make, but where we left off is in the ravine right now. We're still waiting for our rabbit hides to cure. And as soon as those are cured, we can craft our mittens, which is really what we're trying to do. But I'll talk about it once we get into the game, so let's get started. Alright, here we are. We are in the ravine cave. That's where we left off. What I did do before I started the video was just so to fill you in. I took a trip over to the trailer in Mystery Lake to see if I just double check it again to make sure I didn't leave anything there, and I didn't. So we're gonna head out to do our original plan, which was we're gonna head out to Pleasant Valley. Hopefully we can get a hacksaw there, so we can continue on to the summit. Now let's check our calendar real quick. We're now on day 18, but we're like, in the morning time or something. Yeah, we're mid-morning. So let's get our teas warm. Let's get ourselves warm, and we're going to head out. What I'd like to do is pick this up. So we have 3 cured rabbit hide pelts. We need 4 to make our mittens. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of those with us, and we're going to take the most cured. Wait, I think do we need 2? I wish I can have all this memorized. I just don't know. Yeah, we do need 2 cured guts. So that's a little bit of a problem. So what I think we're going to do is we're going to be stinky, by the way, so we have to be careful what our traveling, okay? We're going to take those with us and we're going to cure them on the way, okay? Okay, let me pause a second because I just had another thought. Since we're going to be carrying scent on us, I call it being stinky. Since we're traveling stinky, I wonder if changing our plans to coastal would be a better option. And here's why I'm thinking that. If once we go through the ravine and into coastal, there's a trailer right there that we can potentially just drop our stuff in while we loot coastal for a hacksaw. And then when we're ready to craft, we can just go up and get our stuff. That might be the better option. I'm just a little bit afraid of traveling stinky. It just invites all kinds of predators to your doorstep. So let's change our plans to go to coastal, because I personally, I think we have a really good chance of finding a hacksaw there, hopefully. So we'll do that instead. We'll drop our stuff off at that trailer because it's close by and we don't, it's not really near any predators. So let's do that first, okay guys? That's our plan change. Okay, so with that being said, I wonder if we should try to kill just a few minutes here to try to get our temperature back. There we go. And it's not very windy anymore. Let's take a few torches with us. So let's double check our inventory. We have 4 pelts here. 2 of them are not cured yet. And we have guts here that we have to finish curing. And then we can craft our mittens. So let's go ahead and grab that. Grab another torch. And let's move. Those are not cured yet. Those burst saplings. We have to wait on those. Let's grab... Since we're already traveling stinky, let's grab some meat too. And we're going to go this way to coastal. Oh, at least the weather's nice now. At least it was really windy a minute ago. It's much better now. So we have to go over that dreaded trestle. It's okay, though. I've done it so many times, I still get anxious when I go over it, regardless. I usually just walk over it. I don't stop and go. I kind of just walk over it. But I still get very apprehensive about it. Now, we did spawn in Desolation Point, if you remember correctly. And actually, I'm going to time to drink that tea now, actually. Because we're starting to get cold. We spawned in Desolation Point, so we did go through Coastal Highway, but we didn't really loot anything. We just kind of walked right through it to go and, and forge, remember? So this time, hopefully, we'll be able to find a hacksaw somewhere in there, right? Because you need a hacksaw to go to the summit of Timberwolf Mountain. There is a small chance of a hacksaw spawning there, but on Interloper, but it's very rare, and I wouldn't depend on it. When I say there, I mean in Timberwolf Mountain. But I'm not going to take our chances. Pleasant Valley is not... You can get into Pleasant Valley from Coastal, so that's not a big deal. Actually, I'm going to save my torches at this point. I just hope the weather stays nice. It looks like it might do something again. It's starting to snow again. Yeah, you can see it. See how the sky's getting a little opaque? We might get hit with a blizzard soon. Maybe. Sometimes the game does it meant to scare you. I've had times where, like, it looked like this and I got, like, paranoid and then I went inside and it started blizzarding. And then I've had times where it looked like this. I just kept moving and it stopped. So it already looks like it might be clearing up. So it'll be okay. I really hope that these videos are helping you in some way. This is not. I mean, I'm a teacher, instructor, and stuff in real life, but it's just I try to do this as best I can. A lot of times, maybe I ramble too much, but if you ever seen one of my streams on Twitch, you'll know that sometimes I just tend to talk too much. Yeah, Astrid is definitely getting cold, but I think what time is it? Yeah, it's early morning. Ooh, lump of coal. Let's grab that. Can we drink that other tea if it's still hot? I doubt it is. Alright, let's just go. There's a trailer not far that we can go to warm up in if we have to. We could probably run a little bit. I don't want to kill my fatigue. That's the only thing. One of my philosophies in this game is to try not to run unless you really need to. This game has a tendency to drain your fatigue, and having low fatigue in this game is really sucky. So I try to avoid it as much as possible by just walking. Try to stay warm by other means, you know. But this is the broken trestle. I usually, like I say, just walk right over the split. I just kind of go whoop like that, and it's done. All right, we are definitely starting to get cold, so let's get over there.
Too cold. Think.
So I could give you some tips on like there's difficulties harder than Interloper out there, and some of them I've created even challenges that have no condition recovery. So with certain like runs and challenges like that, I highly recommend you don't do what I'm doing right now, because you don't gain any condition back. Here at least I know I can gain my condition back, so I can gamble it a little bit. But you don't want to ever let your temperature meter get in the red on challenges that offer no condition recovery, because by the time you stop and get a fire started, you can seriously lose 5%, even 10% of your condition just by trying to start the fire. So also a little tip, down over here at the end of this trestle is a really good fire spot. If you're up here and you can't light a fire, go back here. It's always wind blocked. I'm going to go back here to try to see if I can loot it. This corpse has any loot back here. But yeah, this is a very good place for a fire. Just so you know. Alright, let's get in this trailer. Warm up. It's a good opportunity to drop off our stuff here. That's cured. These are cured. That's not cured yet. And these need to go down. As soon as these are cured, guys, which is like a day or two, we can come back and we'll pick these up and we'll bring them back and we'll craft our rabbit mitts. Okay, that's my next plan. And then I want to move on to Ash Canyon stuff and get the backpack. Meantime, let's loot this trailer while we're warming up. Okay, so we're going to leave these here, and what we should do is what sometimes I fail to do, but I should always do this, is to put your stuff in here. So we have rabbit pelts. Let me capitalize that. Blue trailer, top of coastal highway, and I also have guts in there too, so let's mark that as a separate entry. So what else we have? We have in the blue trailer down from the PV transition, we have Birch. We have Birch in Grey Mother's house and Lily's bedroom, and we have Birch and Milton Basin, a Milton base cabin. So what that means is those Birch are probably cured by now. We have to go back and get those so we can make arrows, or we can get them as we travel. We can pick things up and drop things as we go, kind of like a round robin kind of thing, if you understand what I mean. Yeah. So right now I'm loading up all of my bases with stuff, and then I'll come back to it later to get them. I guess that's what I mean. All right, so done. All right, so let's... there's a cabin not far from here that could possibly have some loot in it, so we'll go loot that one, and we'll start slowly working our way down the Quonset area, okay? All right, we're no longer stinky. Oh, why are we still stinky? Oh, because we have that here. Hold on 1 second. Let's eat one of these. Let's fill up and then we'll drop the rest, okay? Because I don't want to be stinky. In Coastal Highway is not a good place to be stinky. Because there's wolves everywhere around here. Now, I don't have that many arrows, so we need to make sure that we'll craft some arrows later. Sometimes there's a wolf in this general area, so kind of watch out. Alright, so right down here is another cabin that we're going to go to. This is also, just as a personal note, this is one of my favorite cabins in Coastal Highway. It's usually where I base at, because there's deer spawns here, there's rabbits here, there's no predators around. Well, there might be a wolf up there, but around here, no. I should actually get this deer, but I'm cold right now, so I'm going to wait. Our condition is suffering, so I don't want to, take too much of advantage of it. So let's go inside and warm up again. I was already here. Yeah, we were already here. So that's okay though. Let's sleep an hour and warm up. Okay, that's good. Okay, so the next plan is to work our way down to Quonset, which I don't think we've been there yet. Let's just double check. Yep. So we have not been there yet. So there is a possibility that there is a hacksaw there. Oh, I really hope there is. It'd be nice. It could also be in one of the fishing cabins. It could be in the fishing huts. It could be anywhere here. In one of the cars. So with that being said, since we're warm, let's go again. Let's take off. Alright, so let's start making our way towards Quonset. Yep, see, we're hitting the warm part of the day. See how the temperature went down just 1 arrow down now? So that's good. Perfect time to travel weather, I call it. The skies are clear. What a beautiful game this is, though. I tell you. I must take a minute out and just, like, point it out how great this freaking game is. It looks like Wolves over there on the ice. And Wolves over there on the ice. If they're out on the ice, that means there's not that many out on the land. Usually. That's not totally true, but... So that's the log sort. I call it the dog sort. A lot of times there's wolves over there. I'm going to stay up here a little bit. Up higher up. I hope I don't get a sprain going up here. I should be okay. You have less chance of getting a sprain if you're unencumbered. Yeah, we made that okay. Good. We should replenish our stick supply. Whoops. Forgot we're on auto lock there. I believe we checked these cabins already. This is a bear area, so do have to watch out for bears around here. The bear cave is right down there, and he does travel up here, so... You know, there's a backpack right there. Let me check that backpack out. I already did. That means I already looted the cabin, so I'm going to keep moving. Let's move ahead a little bit.
Sure getting cold.
Okay, I'm going to let him stalk me a little bit because we're almost at the place. I just want to make sure there's no bear down here because that would be a problem. The bear does come right up between these two rocks. You really need to be careful. There he is. See the bear there? Let's go up this way. And the bear should scare the wolf away. We're going to go up and then down.
I'm so cold. I'm warming up a bit.
Okay? We avoided both of those guys. Great. Okay, I want to check this trailer back here. I don't know if we've been there yet, but... Actually, that's the bear cave. We just passed it. Right there, actually. Yeah, let's head in this trailer. We're cold. I don't know if we've been in here yet. Yeah, we've already been in here, but it's okay. No worries. We will... here's what we're going to do. We're going to just do 1 hour sleep here to warm up. And then we're going to head down to town. Okay, good. Let's head down to town. See what I mean about knowing the spawns, because if I didn't have that spawn memorized, I would have run right into the bear and the wolf at the same time. So that's why it's really important that you try to remember in your mind, remember the spawns, because it will certainly benefit you, as it just did me. There's usually wolves all over this area, but right now it looks like I'm okay. But we're gonna head. We didn't loot any of these houses. I want to go right into Quonset though. There's a moose spawn over there. There's a wolf right there. There's a moose spawn right over there. There's a couple wolves over there. 3 of them. You see them? 3 of them. Alright, so we were in here then. But it doesn't show up on the map or the thing that we've already been here. It's okay though, it's all good. This is where we want to be tonight anyway. We're going to put down the rest of our stuff. We already did that. And of course there was no hacksaw here. So, that being said... Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, so let me think. Okay. So, there's no hacksaw here, obviously. So here's what we need to do. We're going to go and loot. We're going to go to the island cabins. We're going to go to the fishing huts. We're going to go to the fishing village and check some of the cars out. We should, hopefully we can find a hacksaw here. If not, then we'll have to move on to Pleasant Valley and check there. I mean, that's really the only other choice we have at this point. So let's do that. What time is it? We have enough energy and stuff to go over to Misanthropes. Yeah, let's go do that. Okay.
Snow if the hypothermia wouldn't kill me.
Yeah. Now, this... I think I said this before. This bear, I call him the Misanthropes bear. Every single time you start walking this way towards it, he comes out. Watch, I'll show you. Almost like clockwork. Or he'll call me a liar, but I'm pretty sure he will. And you'll just see him spawn there and start walking. Yeah, see him? You can almost set your watch to this bear. I mean, honestly, there he is. I told you. Ooh, there's a lot of wolves over there. 3 wolves over there. Here comes the wind. Okay, I want to go to that cabin up there. So what we'll do is we walk slow enough, he'll be over there and you can get by him.
I can't feel my hands.
So, okay. Let's see what we got. Maybe we can get some gloves, or at least some fleece mittens for now, temporarily. Now, need those. Yes, you see, this is why I'm sticking to the plan. We definitely want those. We're going to repair them before we leave, okay? I wonder if we should, yeah, maybe we should get some cloth too. We'll just use our hands so we don't use our knife. And it's perfect because it's just about nighttime and almost bedtime. Let's go loot the kitchen first, and then we'll come up here and fix some clothing, and then we'll get some sleep on.
Hope nobody needs this.
Yeah,
anymore.
herbal tea is nice. It helps with condition recovery. Okay. Alright, so I think a good idea right now is to... Let's see how much cloth we have with us. 4. Let's grab a few more. In case we get a few fails. And we're not going to be able to do too much. It's almost dark in here. So let's go ahead. Repair the things that we just got. Hopefully this will help with our cold inside a little bit better. Ooh, that was a good repair. 99% first go. Let's repair those. Yeah, let's give him another one. We're not going to be able to do much more, so. Ah. Come on. Come on. Ah. Alright, I'm not going to try anymore because it's too dark. We're just wasting our time and cloth. But we can't, what we can do is actually tear those up now. Let's take a few minutes and sharpen this. And then we'll get some sleep. It's funny how you can't repair your clothing in the dark, but you can sharpen a knife in the dark. It's so weird. This game cracks me up. Oh, you might poke yourself with a needle, but yeah, feel free to sharpen your knife. There's some things in this game that really do crack me up. Like there's like you can break down a pry bar with your hands. But you can't break down a wooden chair with your hands. That's so crazy. This is perfect. All right, I think that's enough. All right, we're going to eat and drink, and we're going to sleep. I do want to cook though so I'm not eating it yet. Remember I told you, try to cook everything if you can. You want to get that level 5 cooking as fast as possible. Now, here's an example of explaining myself about the bear. There's a bear that's in Timberwolf Mountain that I would like to go for, and this is where I'm planning out now, right? Because even though sometimes, a lot of times moose and bear hunting is not planned. It's something that usually happens, it happens, right? Spontaneously, which I'm fine with, and I'm not really talking about that. My plan to get the bear up in Timberwolf Mountain, the one that's right by the wing area. The reason why I like that one is because you can potentially get him and cook him right in his cave. That's what I'm hoping to do. I've done that a few times and it's awesome. What you can do is draw him into his cave, right, and then shoot him from the inside. That works great. I'll show you. Maybe I could show you that. What I probably might do actually, maybe I'll work on a video, tips and tips video for hunting bear and moose. I don't think I've ever done that yet. Maybe I will. I know there's tons of them out there already. And I can name a few people. You can go check out Bashrobe, LMG. All those guys have done one already. But I like to do what I do. Maybe I'll do one. I'll consider it. With that being said, let's go ahead and eat. And sleep, I mean. There we go. This should get our condition back up, hopefully. Yeah, there we go. 19 days, guys. We are very close to our 20 days. So, let's go ahead and... Where are we going to go now? We could check out the other island cabin and loot that one. And then we're going to go over to the fishing village and see what we could find over there. We're so far not very lucky with a hacksaw yet. It's probably cold out. Yeah. We don't have a very far walk to that cabin, so let's just go ahead and do it. There might be some saplings over here on these little islands. Sometimes there is. I should check that fishing hut, to be honest. Yeah, you know what? Let me go check that fishing hut, because I'll check that one and I'll come back and check this one, because there could be a hacksaw on them, so. And maybe what we'll do, maybe we'll start a fire in there and warm up. Throw some teas down. We're already half conditioned and we just got it back. You know, I mean half cold, and we're already starting. We just got our condition back, so I don't want to lose it again. Before we loot, let's get a fire started. Can we do a mag lens fire? Yes, let's work on that. And we'll use an accelerant. Hey, we remembered our mag lens this time. All right, let's get a piece of coal in there. Let's get warm, okay? Get some teas down. And let's loot. Oops, I was already in that one. There we go.
I'll take it.
Okay. Okay, so there's one over there that we just came from between the islands. We're going to check. Okay. All right, let's grab a torch. Drink one of those. And let's go. I wonder if we should check that one while we're here. Man, it's freaking windy. Another fishing hut there.
Hope nobody needs this anymore.
Well, since we're down here, let's check that one then. And then maybe we'll check that one. And then we'll go over to the island. Getting foggy. No, it's just not windy anymore. Usually when it's foggy, it gets warmer, but you can't see anything. That deer is an easy target. My gosh. So maybe in my normal run, I might actually sit in this. I might try to sneak into this hut and try to get this deer, but again, I'm not going to bother because I have a mission right now. I have food for the moment. I need to find a hacksaw. All right, let's go to that one. About 11 a.m. right now. The next plan is to go there. I love the fishing huts with the doors on them. Now I'm getting a lot of tomato soup. Yeah. All right. So, let's head over to Jackrabbit.
God, I did anything right about now.
See if I can beachcomb these. Ooh. It's a green sapling, but hey, I'll take that too. Okay, what we might do is, since it's nice out, we're going to come up here and put a fire down and cook some what we have before we continue on. Let's put a fire right here.
Did I I hate being cold because I really do.
Yeah, you said that before, Astrid. It wouldn't be the first time. Oh, nice. Okay, let's get that fur on there. And we'll get that reclaimed on there. That should be long enough to cook what we have. Okay. Place. We should put a little water on to start with, okay? Drop those. Okay, well, so sorry I was being quiet. I was just my wife just messaged me. I was just responding. We're actually doing really good, guys. And if you've been following along with me and made it this far, we're sitting very pretty right now. The worst that could happen with us is we get attacked by a wolf or a bear or something and die. So in the meantime, we'll work on our cooking skills. Since we have a fire here, we should just cook what we can. We have a decent amount of water, so...
I need to find food.
What do we need? I mean, we have a lot here, but we really should be cooking this stuff. Let's do another porridge. Oh, I didn't want to drink that. Oh, darn it. Okay, it's no big deal. Oh, I didn't want to drink that, though. Let's see. Alright, let's do one more porridge and be done with it. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Let's fill up. That's good. You know, can we get a better torch than that? It's okay. That'll work. Alright, let's go inside and loot.
This stuff will come in
More
handy.
tea. Nice. Chips. Ketchup chips. I don't think I would like those in real life. Probably because I don't like ketchup. Well, I heard from a lot of Canadians that they don't taste like ketchup, but... I think that maybe since we're here, I might actually work on fixing the rest of our clothes before we move on. Yeah, let's get some more curtains. Maybe we can fix a little bit more, because it's going to be nighttime now again. Maybe I should wait until we get to the fishing village. Let's do that, guys. Let's make it to the fishing village before the weather turns on us. Now that it's nice and foggy, it's a good opportunity, actually. While we got a fire still. Okay. So let's go. There's a fishing hut right there. I wonder if I should check that before I go in, but there's one right there too. Let's check that one, and then we'll go over to the fishing village. Let's check that corpse out. Oh, good. A maple, birch, I mean. Let's grab that. We'll drop that into the fishing village. One of the cabins there. Check this fishing hut out.
This will come in handy.
It will, but not right now. I really don't need it. It's just extra weight that we don't need. Alright. Oh, a little hint. If you ever need salt, those rocks, actually right there, at the edge of the rocks is all salt deposits. If you need some, you can go over there and get some. Now, there's 3 cabins here. I'll show you my favorite one, the one that I like to base in. I based in all 3 of them. I like the third one the best, my favorite one. The one at the very end. There could be a hacksaw here. That's why I wanted to check. And there could also be a hammer here. But right now, there's nothing. Bummer. Alright, so I do like the last one, that one there, but we're going to start here and loop down. Oh, is that my second set of wool socks? Yes. Yes. I can certainly use those. Alright, move on to the next one. Nothing really in this one. But sometimes I do like to move the chairs just in case. Move stuff out of the way. Okay. Next one. This is the one that I like to stay in when I stay here in Coastal. This is my cabin. This is the one I like to base in the best. Don't ask me why. They're all kind of the same. This one, I like the layout of this one better. I don't know why, but I just do. Okay, well, again, you know, no hacksaw, but I don't remember ever finding one of these cabins anyway, but it's okay. You never know with this game. I guess that's where the point I'm trying to make. Let's grab that cloth there.
I wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
It's almost time for night-night. Let's repair. You can either tear that up and craft a new one or repair it. You have better luck. It's 100%. So what I'm going to do is harvest it and then make a new one. Let's give that a repair. Oh, come on. I think we're going to get something better eventually. That's why I'm not bothering with that one. Maybe we can get one more repair out of this before it gets too dark. Okay. All right, let's drop these down and write that in our journal. And I thought I had put another entry of maple. I thought we had another one, but maybe we don't. Okay. So let's go ahead and eat and drink and sleep. Okay, we might actually have extra cans that we don't need. Let's get rid of those. We don't need to carry those around with us. Put them up here. Okay. Drink water and sleep. Let's see where we're at. I think we're on day 20, guys. We made it. So, time to end this episode anyway. And I think that we can end the series. At this point, the only thing left we really have to do is find our hacksaw. When we find a hacksaw, then we can enter the containers in Timberwolf Mountain. We can get the loot from those areas, and we can move on. And I think that I hope that you have enough information that could help you get to your 20 days and beyond. I wish you a lot of luck in your runs. I really would like to hear how you guys are doing. Thank you for leaving your comments. Please, if you haven't already, to follow the channel, subscribe to the channel, like the video, share it, whatever you need to do. Don't forget the comment section. I love to read your comments.
I would drink almost anything about now.
And as Astrid interrupts me while I'm speaking. Anyway, thank you so very much for watching. I appreciate you. I have some other stuff that I'm working on, and we'll see what we can do next. In the meantime, I love you all, and take care.